With a heavy heart, I want to report on 21-year-old Takaya Young. Her and her unborn child were unalived by a police officer who sent a single shot into the front windshield of her car. Mrs. Young had been accused of stealing liquor from a Kroger's grocery store on Sunbury Road in Columbus, Ohio. Officers repeatedly asked her to get out of the vehicle at least 5 times. Mrs. Young refused and started asking questions of the police officers, like, "Are you going to shoot me?" Mrs. Young then put her car in gear and attempted to move forward while the officer was standing in front of her car. The news said her car made contact with the officer, but it is very hard to tell from the angle. Their reasoning was that his foot was up in the air, but if the officer was taking a step, then that could be the reason his foot is up in the air. It's up to you. You all make your own decisions once you watch the footage, which I will be sharing. I would just really like to know, was stealing liquor worth her life? Was stealing liquor worth the life of her unborn child? Even if she did it, because she was denying doing it. But even if she did it, was it worth her life? We do need reform, or we need to tear the whole system down. When you give us commands, we do not trust you, and we have good reason not to. That was a single woman alone in her car. We have seen, we have heard, and we know single women who look like us who do not make it away from police confrontations, from police contact or anything. Our natural reactions are fight or flight. Both cost us our life when we deal with police. If you fight, you die. If you run, you die. But in this crazy world of people can think they're something and be just that, why can we not all be treated like rich white people? If that was a rich white woman in that car and she put her foot on the gas and bumped that officer, they would have used every tactic in the book to get her out of the vehicle without taking her life or the life of her unborn child. They would have taken the license plate and issued a warrant and went and picked her up later had she not looked like she looked like. We are the public. We are not the ones who are trained. It is not the officer's duty and responsibility to value life. Was it not the officer's duty and responsibility to de-escalate that situation? Liquor from Kroger's is not worth you jumping in front of that woman's car. Why did the officer not get from in front of the car? It is not your duty and responsibility to apprehend her right then, right there, because it can cost someone their life. We're not the trained person in the situation. The officer is the trained person in the situation. The person that's being confronted when they look like me are in fight or flight mode. What are we doing here? We're literally still paying for people to kill us. Thoughts, comments, opinions, anything in the comments? I gotta go. Bye.